Welcome to this T-54 replay here on Erlenberg, and the T-54 is being played by UnBannMee from the second RGT clan. And I took a look at this replay and I liked it, and the reason I liked it was that UnBannMee is pretty much, no, I think he's only using AP this whole match. And that is a rarity in the T-54, because normally the only thing the people load on this tank is heat, because it's got 330 heat pen. And with the gun towards the 140, it's got like 200 something penetration, hardly enough for tier 9. So it's an obvious choice. But UnBannMee told me he's using the gun that goes towards the T-62A. So I think that's the more accurate gun with slightly more penetration. Let's look at this, 219. Yeah, it's the gun with more pen and nowadays better gun handling. It used to have worse gun handling than the 140 gun. And the 140 gun used to have more DPM but less penetration, but Wargaming changed this. Instead of just giving this gun better handling, they completely broke the gun towards the 140 for no reason, further requiring heat spam in that gun because you can't reliably hit tanks anymore, or almost, so you better load heat, otherwise you won't do any damage. But this gun is actually quite nice now. And the T-54 turret obviously has no trouble bouncing shots from a Type 59 or an ISU. And UnBannMee has a really good position here for as long as tanks in that location of the Tiger do not shoot. And even though that Tiger can clearly see that UnBannMee is shooting somewhere else, he's not engaging him. So yeah, UnBannMee is pretty safe here. Until he receives the first shot, and then he pretty much has to vacate this position. But so far, it's not too shabby. So Type 59. He put a nice shot in earlier, and now he missed the Cupola. But this Tiger 2 moves up now. So UnBann tracks him, pulls back again, looks at the Tiger, but the Tiger is not a threat at all. ISU still trying to take a shot at UnBannMee, even though he lost all his HP trying to do that. Got to love that tunnel vision. Type 59 tries from a different angle this time. And now this, what is it? T-29 actually moves up. So UnBannMee puts a nice shot in. His gun gets damaged by the ISU, but he repairs it, still has his repair kit. And yeah, he's just bouncing a lot of shots here. 2000 block damage so far. And yeah, just making short work of the tanks on this flank, playing the T-54 to its strengths. I personally, I have the T-54. I don't play it that much. I don't know why. I played it with the 140 gun. I haven't actually tried this gun yet. I did get my ace tanker on it quite a while ago, but I've got the 907, I've got no real need to go up the Russian medium line anymore, until they nerf the 907, that is, because the 140 is just inferior and the other T-62 is inferior definitely, and the 430 is not really that interesting yet. I might actually at some point start the 430 line, because I do like the other tanks in that line. They look interesting with the rear mounted turrets. UnBannMee is making sure to stay safe from this T-92, so the T-92 turns around. And then UnBannMee is just waiting for the shot, so there we go. Nice shot. See if we can get a second one in. Nope. But this T-10 and his teammates are moving up relatively aggressively, so UnBannMee will have to try and start making plays very soon, unless he wants his teammates to die, because they are in a crossfire after all. He keeps putting fire in this M4, but the M4 does basically ignore him and put fire in the correct target, the targets that he can actually pen. Still a little bit too passive for my opinion, to be honest, because he's full health, and he's got quite some effective armor against that gun even. I mean, a 120 frontal plate on the T-54 is no joke. I mean, if you angle that, you can bounce a lot of shots. But at last, he is actually moving up. His teammates are not really in that good a shape at the moment. So UnBannMee needs to make some aggressive plays. The enemy T-10 is on the other flank, but there's no way he can cross the river safely. I mean, on this map, if you spawn where the enemy team spawns, do not go to the castle ever, because while you can take out a few tanks there, there's no way for you to safely cross the bridge in 99% of the matches you play, because there will always be campers in the forest in A1 that can spot you and shoot you. So it's completely useless to go to that flank. Do not send more than 2 tanks to the castle. All go on this flank and then aggressively push, and that's the way to win this mode on this map. If you don't, you're just an idiot. Likewise, the team on the green base also do not go castle. Keep some people in A0 and the rest just push aggressively on the right line or defend, whichever you want. Although being slightly aggressive helps, even when you're defending, to prevent enemy team from taking key locations. But basically, on this this assault mode, just ignore the castle, both teams. Just do not go there, because it's a waste of tanks. You can't do anything from that side and most of the matches, because the enemy team has got all the advantageous positions. Unless you've got some very good players on your team that take that flank, it's a waste of tanks. As we can see, UnBannMee's team didn't really go to this flank. The enemy team did, especially their top tier tanks are on this flank, so they lost. It's that simple. And now is the correct time to actually go to this flank, because the other flank is completely taken out. And now this T-50 is the last one alive. He's full health, but what good did it do him? He lost the match. So yeah, bad positioning from the enemy team, basically, apart from UnBannMee's really good performance, lost him the match. So yeah, let's take a look at the results. So here we go, ace tanker and high caliber in the T-54 for UnBannMee. He managed to get a base XP score of 1419, which is very respectable for a tier 9 tank. 5.6k damage with AP is also very respectable. I mean, it was a tier 7 to 9 match, but still, I mean, that amount of damage is really quite nice. He did do quite a nice carry to his team, and it was just entertaining to see someone not firing the heat all the time. 28 shots fired, 24 hits, 20 pens, 5.6k damage, 2.9k block by armor, and almost 2000 assistance as well. Income with clan payments was nearly 150k, and because he didn't fire any heat ammo, he made quite a profit. He only lost 34k for ammo reload, which is just the AP price. Obviously T-54, even with the AP, is relatively expensive to run. So without this clan bonus and another bonus, because this doesn't add up to 147, so I guess he had, oh yeah, it's a Christmas bonus running, so 91k, yeah, he would have still made like 50k profit. So that's actually quite nice. I hope you did enjoy this replay. If you did, feel free to rate it, subscribe to the channel, and see you guys next time.